What a season finale of season 4, The Reckoning. Vikings fans, holy Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello! Big camera, hello. You guys in the live chat are blowing us up right now. Thank you very much. You guys in the comments afterwards, holy mother of all that is good. This was one hell of a season finale. Thank you, Michael Hirst, and everyone. You gave it to us. And by the way, all right, I'm over here. I'm talking to you because we need just gonna get to fucking get to this episode. I'm James Simmons. I'm Ask the NP. You can find me on YouTube. Let's get to it.
Woo! Hey guys, my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane.
What's up, guys? My name is Jaco Vienings. You guys can find me at Grape Escape TV, and we've got a special surprise for you guys tonight because we love you guys in the live chat. So tonight, you guys get to call in. The number is 424-256-1633. Call us throughout the episode. I'm posting it in the live chat. You guys call us and give us your opinion.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes! A surprise!
Surprise! Oh, big camera, holy crap. I'm not even ready for this surprise. I'm supposed to be like leading the show here tonight. All right, so I'll repeat that number for you guys. We want you to call in.
Yes.
We want you to give us your opinion because you do it in the live chat, you do it in the comments afterwards, and now you really, really, truly are, as always, a part of the show. 424-256-1633. That's only for the live folks, okay?
Yeah, and King Egbert can throw it on the screen there as well, I'm sure.
A little love for Egbert there. Oh, he's putting it up on the screen. All right, thanks, Boo Boo. So look, season 4. Oh my God! Wait, can I give you my best? This is how the episode started.
Because this guy's nervous, right? He's so nervous. He doesn't know what the fuck's gonna happen right now.
Yep.
That's kind of how I was watching the whole episode.
Yeah. Right? We're just like, oh my gosh, and faces.
Oh my God! And then, all right, so I hate to make comparisons, but Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, a lot of these shows have some really pretty badass, epic battle scenes, right? The Vikings weren't going there for me, but they did tonight. I think that entrance of Bjorn's side of the army clashing with Aethelwulf, like that's not just like, oh my God, I had chills. No, like I literally had chills watching that go down.
It was a battle we've been waiting for because the last couple episodes we're all like, and no,
there's nothing. There's nothing.
So that was.
I must say,
that was worth the wait.
I was a little disappointed. I think,
Really?
I mean, if you think about the amount of time, like the big battle we were waiting for, I mean, the amount of time it took in the whole episode, and I was also, you saw Uber, you saw Sigurd, you saw everybody, Fitzek showing them moves, and then where was Ivar going apeshit? Where was the crocodile style? Nowhere.
And so
wait, you wanted him like on the ground?
Like people in the live chat, in the comments throughout the episode, saying that Ivar fights crocodile fucking style on the floor, and we want to see that shit.
His chariot. I'm waiting for the chariot to break first.
Well, remember that episode when he was on the floor and he was killing the other Vikings? That was what they were referencing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was pretty badass.
Exactly.
That was amazingly
So imagine that
badass.
in a whole battle scene.
But you knew from last week's episode, which, by the way, guys, sorry I wasn't here the last 2 weeks. Long story, who fucking cares? But last week's episode, Ivar said, what if we come at them a little bit differently? So you knew something was up, right?
Yeah.
You knew that there was going to be a different thing. But I'm with you, Jaco, and those in the comments. I kind of wanted to see Ivar like roll around in the mud and get
that's
all
what
crazy.
the people in the comments say as well, is saying, Daniel's saying, I was still disappointed, wanted Ivar, so did we.
Yeah.
Okay, next time, next season.
But Ivar did come in to... I don't know, I guess he didn't save the day.
He didn't do a lot in
No,
that
he
fight
just
at all.
charged.
No.
But you know what? Who charged the way was the English. After Aethelwulf, obviously, the retreat.
Retreat!
You know what I saw, guys?
Nice,
Right?
What I saw was that as these guys were running away throughout the Vikings,
They let him go?
Let him go. It's not a fight. It was interesting.
Yep.
I would have think
That's
like,
good. No, it'd be boring for them.
Right,
Yeah.
just
It
stab
would be
him a little bit.
honorable.
I do also wonder, too, they had this whole epic... I mean, they spent a good 45 seconds doing this whole, like, Aethelwulf, like, comes up out of the mud, and he's,
He
like,
looked like a
looking
Viking.
around in slow motion.
He didn't really have.
And then it just didn't go anywhere. He was just like, retreat.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be maybe Aethelwulf's death scene.
Yes.
Because they were really playing it up, and then he was like, well... And I know from historical fiction and blah, 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 Aethelwulf goes on and he does some other shit, whatever. But it's a TV show. So I thought, I was like, oh, maybe they're going to kill off Aethelwulf, like, right away. Because we knew some bitches were going to die this episode.
Yes, and so they did.
And he had
we'll get there.
Aethelwulf had no fight with any of the sons. That could have been interesting. Even if, like, he... obviously would lose and turn and run, but at least like he could have had some kind of fight with them, but no, not really.
But what he did have was smarts. And he said, run.
Save yourself.
And the other person who had smarts, another son of a legend, Bjorn, he wasn't so convinced that this shit was done, right? Everyone's like celebrating, and the brothers are like, yeah, we did it, we won, we kicked their ass. And the Vikings are like, woo. And Bjorn, he's the only one, sourpuss.
It's not over. He just said it's not over. You guys don't understand just yet. But he's got experience as well.
Yep.
So
right, because this dude gets it. He really does get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Aethelwulf, runs back. By the way, we're going in chronological order like we do.
Let's do this.
This is what we do. Aethelwulf runs back, and it was almost as if Judith and Egbert and the bishop and Alfred and whatever Alfred's brother's name is, who we still don't know, but he's special too. They're like, they knew that they were going to lose. They knew it. Because they were like, Joseph's waiting, and Aethelwulf walks in, and he's like, yep, we lost. Let's go.
And they're like, we're already packed.
They're
okay,
like,
we're ready.
Judith's like, I just have one more thing to put in my bag.
I was waiting to pack the perishables, you know?
Right.
Oh no, that chariot like goodbye scene and like Alfred getting the whole lovely goodbye from his grandfather, and the other kid is like, yeah, you're special too. It was like,
it's amazing.
But nobody
painful.
even cared about Egbert at that point anymore. I mean, maybe because he just gave out his kingdom to Athelstan. He said, you are king now.
Totally.
Get the bishop. I'm just going to make you king real quick of everything. Because I need to stay behind. Because I know what I need to do. One last thing.
And what, like, we know by the end of the episode, clearly, like, what he was doing. But what did you think he was doing in that moment? I honestly was like, that would have been a horrible time for me to do predictions. Because I was like, what do you mean you're giving over your kingdom? Like, we all know clearly I'm the dumbest person on this panel here. But, like, I was like, what's he doing that for? Like, did you guys have any thoughts?
His kingship?
Well, yeah, but fine if you pass it on to Ethelwulf.
What I thought is what he needs to do is kill Bjorn. That's what I thought. I thought if he kills...
He needed to kill Bjorn?
Yeah, like cut off the head of the snake. That's what I thought in that single moment that James was talking about.
No, he was not together enough to be able to do that.
So you think he was crazy?
I think he was kind of crazy. He's already snapped, lost it. Because all the other people are like, okay, nice, thanks, and like, run.
But right.
They're like, we love you, but like even Judith was like, well, thank you. I'll say goodbye.
And see, I went the total opposite way. I went 180 degrees from you, Kari. I went to, he's so lucid. He's so with it. He's finally snapped back into reality that he devised this like master plan, which clearly he did. He devised this master plan in like 10 seconds. And he was like,
And the master plan
this is what we need to do. Aethelwulf, you're king. I'm going to do this. Like he saw the future. And made it happen. Speaking of the future, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt you guys. 424-256-1633.
I put it in the live chat for you guys, so
call
use
in.
it.
Oh my God, we can talk to you guys. Hamtu, Timo, Ariadne, everybody. We want to talk to you guys.
This is your reward for being with us live every single Wednesday night at 7:20.
It's at 7:20. It's supposed to be 7:05.
Listen. Okay.
I didn't think he was but not crazy so much that he couldn't function, but like he's definitely on a different level.
Totally.
But you know what? On level is that his plan might have been to hang out with his bishop, which is the Winter, which in those days the bishop is the only person in the monasteries that make wine.
This is very true.
Out the wine cellar.
Yeah, right. And so these guys were drinking some serious wine down there.
And I love how that was the bishop down there. The bishop was like, I can't leave this wine because those Vikings don't know the difference between grapes. Like, I can't explain that to them.
They drink like honey ale.
Right. And so I don't know if you guys know, by the way, but I have to take this 10 seconds to pause. We have an eyenologist and a viticulturalist on our panel here. That there's a reason this show's called The Grape Escape TV.
Thank you, James. I should have probably said that myself and revealed, but I didn't.
That's okay.
You know, and that's what friends are for.
That is what friends. I literally
It's
wrote
in your
down.
Twitter handle every week.
It is. I wrote down in my notes. Jaco has a show, by the way. You guys should watch it. Follow him on Twitter and all that stuff. But he has a show on his Jaco's network. 60,000 people watch. Bring your own bottle.
Yeah.
That's one of the names of his shows. And I wrote down, bring your own bottle. Like,
you really should.
Like,
bring your bottle.
Egbert and the bishop were just, they brought their own bottles of wine. They were just like hanging out.
And how much fun did they have?
Totally.
And how drunk were they? Right?
This is, I'm saying you should bring your own bottle of wine.
So now the whole castle is deserted. These guys talking about wine or drinking it, and the Vikings pitch up. And how cool is it as they step through the mist and it's just like this whole horizon is full of Vikings.
Full of Vikings. And a little bit crazy. A little bit scary. But then you're like, where'd everybody go? Where are all these people?
When they get to the castle.
Yeah.
People are gone.
Well, at least a couple of them were smart to be like, wait, it could be a trap.
But that's the thing, Kari. Kari D. Lane, that's
What?
what I found so interesting. Well, just backtrack like 2 seconds. How cool was it? They ran down the hill with that just one shot, gate open.
Boom.
Okay, that's over.
Because that never happens in movies, by the way.
Well,
right?
I just wanted to. How long did they struggle with the France door? Okay, there were at least 45 people died just with the France door.
That's right. I totally forgot about
Well,
that.
Egbert's door sucked.
I must say that when they went in, Bjorn was like, hey, like you said, he said,
Might be a
watch
trap.
out, it might be a trap. And what did the Halfdan brothers do?
I'll go check it out, man.
Undermined him. No, they said,
course
he
they
just
did.
walked past him and said, you guys follow me.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like a power shift almost.
Very interesting. Now that they're there, now that they've
sure.
maybe won, now people are like, we don't have to listen to Bjorn.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way, Jaco
Neither did I.
Very nice. Very nice. What do we have anything in the room going on? What do you got? Hey, I need some phone calls. I know you're probably commenting in the room, and we're going to get to
They're
those.
both saying how we didn't get the wine and no braids in the beards.
Oh, damn it.
Wait a second, but you guys did get the motherfucking mustache. I've been growing this for 2 days. 2 days.
Wait. 2 days.
And I also got the Vikings there. Like I really tried to,
He did.
I got the side shaved. Okay, so we went full out.
Should have done
And-
like
This
the
one hair
big
is
shave
blue.
and do like fine heart.
My beard is a little bit. I haven't been to the beard. I go to Sophia, by the way, Justin Harding hair. She's amazing. My beard I haven't done in like 3 weeks on purpose because it would look crazy like Bjorn's.
Yeah, which is cool, James.
But I'll never
Bjorn's
get
beard
it
is
long
amazing.
enough
It's
to
okay.
braid. Sorry.
Listen, you know what? Speaking of about braiding,
Yes.
the scrolls.
Braiding.
You know how they braid the scrolls. Never mind, doesn't matter. But how they burn all the scrolls. What's going on in the chat?
They're saying they're trying to call, but it's going to voicemail.
Oh.
What the hell, King Egbert? Okay, Steve, our engineer, is obviously asleep. Kidding, Steve. We love you. I'm so
No.
sorry. I didn't mean that.
We love you, Steve. Pause, time out. Hold on. All right.
All right, he's working on it, guys.
Expert's working
Keep
on it.
calling.
Yeah.
Just keep calling. In a second, we'll tell you when it's good. King Egbert
like
will let
your
us know.
stash, though.
Thank you very much. And so the people are raiding the castle. We're going to keep
Yes.
us going until you guys call in. They're raiding the castle, and this is also a really interesting point. We'll skip all the burning of the scrolls because it's not that important. But
They
it's
should have
shitty.
taken some scrolls with them. I
Yeah,
thought
but they
Egbert would
can't
have been like,
read.
load
Now,
up the carriage.
okay, because I hold on, I do want to give this maybe 10 seconds of love because the scrolls and Athelstan and the knowledge that he had was so
Yes!
important in previous
you know what,
episodes.
James? You know what? Remember Floki back in the day when they raided their first monastery? And he looked at the papers and he was
Yeah.
so intrigued. And so this time Floki looked at the scroll and I thought he wanted to save it.
I thought he was
I
going to
did
say
too.
this
what did
too.
he do?
I'll burn
A
it.
bitch burned it.
No, I thought Egbert would be walking out to the carriage with like armfuls of the scrolls, be like, take these with you.
Totally, like
But no.
keeping that. No,
Which brings us to this amazing, sad scene of Floki and then Helga.
wait, no.
Well, first of all, I must...
If we don't talk about it, it didn't happen.
So Floki, first of all, killing the
yeah.
priest, right? You guys see. So it's this is his second priest killing.
I thought it was
Vitzek.
Vitzek
Let's
did
say
it.
killed the priest, but he saw it and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like,
he was
Witness.
being a
Yes,
part of
yes.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
So remember how he acted in the mosque?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
this
was
is his
super freaked
second.
out.
The first time
He
was
did
when he met
seem upset.
Athelstan. Yeah.
I thought that too.
Something is changing within him. Yeah.
Well, clearly.
Woo!
Okay, all right. So
now.
I don't know. Sometimes you guys can't hear in the live show, so the phone number is back. Try again. I think Hamtu, you tried to call. Try again. 424-256-1633. And we are at one of the most god awful scenes in this entire show in the last 4.5 seasons.
Yeah, and so James, with the last 5 seasons, I just want to give you guys some reference. When you guys do call in, give us your, to make it easy, give us your point of view. Tell us what you think about the specific scenes we're talking about, or just anything, you know?
Yeah.
So we can get the story moving on.
Yeah.
So, and then the next scene with Floki and Helga. Just let's talk about it for like
that
a minute.
just sucks. Of like, what a way for her to go, and she always was like, "I love you, and I'm taking care of you." And this is like having an animal turn on you and kill you. Like it's her pet.
Well,
but her
which
child
was
too,
bad.
but...
I mean, that's why the pet turned on her and killed her. Because she was crazy town with this girl. And I thought that the girl,
she just loved her.
I thought the girl had turned just a little bit towards liking them because of her scene with Floki.
Yeah, I thought she at least liked
episode?
him. Yeah.
When he went and found her in the river and she was hiding in the tree, and then he was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with you." And then she sort of like willingly came back with him to camp or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, maybe the girl's like settling in, which means maybe Helga will settle down instead.
Well, instead, that didn't happen.
No.
Sorry. I almost choked. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I thought it was more just like she at least liked Floki, but maybe didn't care that much for Helga. But like to kill her is like,
and then to kill herself.
all in just a way to
Holy
stab.
shit.
Now, quick question for our doctor on the panel, knowledge.
Yes.
You know, where she stabbed Helga, was that probably a lung then? Because it was a little high for a heart, right?
Definitely nicked the
An artery.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have two big arteries here, your carotid arteries. We got lots of death to talk about, don't we? This is
right?
fun. So you have two big arteries here, carotid arteries. She might have got the top of the lung because it's right under your clavicle, but she definitely got an artery. But what I thought was funny is, or not, I mean, it's not funny. Death is not funny. But she stabbed Helga here. Boom. If you get a carotid artery, you're down in like 10 seconds. So Helga's death made sense. But the young girl took this right in the middle. First of all, your sternum is like hard as steel. It's like really hard. So to take a knife and be like 12 years old and be able to stab yourself. They're also, by the way, your heart is off to the left and your lungs are off to either side. There aren't any organs there.
Those Viking knives are like really fucking sharp.
But like I think she would
your own strength, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like she would have just been sort of sitting there with a knife in her chest.
Like the tip in the chest.
Like you'd almost have to stab yourself under your ribcage.
Yeah, or like off to one side or the other. Like it would hurt. I'm not saying it wouldn't eventually kill you, but she was like stab, boom.
Right? Okay.
Maybe not so much.
Better to slice her on the throat or something?
Historical fiction.
Yes.
TV show.
Yes.
And fiction.
Which was a caller. Let's do it.
Do we have a caller?
Yes,
Stop it.
Let's
Caller.
do it. Who is it?
This is Hamto.
Hey, Hamto! What's up, dude?
Let's give it up for Hamto, our first caller. What's up, man?
How are you?
Not too much. I thought, right now, I guess I'm listening to you talking about Floki, and I thought it was appropriate that I called during then because, I don't know, it seems to me like he's just walking away. He's leaving the show. Do you think that's true?
I don't want it to be true, but they sure are setting it up that way, aren't they?
Well, Hamtu, what do you think is going to happen next? If he's leaving, he's not going to follow either Bjorn, he's not going to follow Ivar. Do you think he's going to go back to Viking land and just do his own mission? I mean, he's just following the gods.
Yeah, someone in the chat said that he was to go on to discover or have something to do with Iceland, so maybe that's going to happen. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, okay.
You guys are so damn smart.
So we'll see.
Amazing.
But, yeah.
Well,
but anyway, I wanted to just say that how much of a fan I am of the show and of you guys, and I know James and Jaco, you know, I've been there since like minute one.
Yes, you have. You have, dude.
Yeah, and the addition of Kari has been just tremendous, and I'm as big a fan of you guys as I am of the show.
Oh, stop it!
Stop it!
Hamto,
Who is this guy? Who is this? Hamto,
can't.
thank you so much for calling, dude. We love you. Keep watching,
it.
and we look forward to hearing again from you when we have another call-in in the new season.
Hamto, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate it. Appreciate you calling in. We'll keep in touch, of course. Other callers, you got the number up there, right? 424-256-1633. Hamto gets to go down on record and history as the first caller ever.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, guy. So listen, we started talking about
a couple people. One last thing
yeah.
on Floki. A couple people are saying they thought he would be the next seer.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, he could probably just be a wanderer for a while and then come back to be a seer.
Or maybe he's going to be a wanderer like Harbard was.
Yep.
Remember Harbard was a
I
wanderer?
felt he's going to let the
Odin.
gods
No, he
take
wasn't.
him somewhere, so he's
Yeah.
going to be a wanderer and just go where the gods take him.
See, I know we're mixing predictions in here, but I was like,
Little
Floki is for sure going back to the Mediterranean. He's going to convert to Islam, and he's going to re-meet up with Bjorn, but like with a totally different religion.
That could be very interesting.
Because he had such a profound experience when he was there.
I don't think he'll be gone. I think it'll be like he'll come back and it'll be like, oh, he's back!
Oh,
But you say
Floki's
that,
back.
James, but then at the end of his last scene, he's saying, I'm the God's vessel. Like he's still like in tune of them.
Sure.
Versus.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious. I think he's going to disappear for a few episodes. He's going to be like boom, back.
And then Floki's back.
Yeah.
Guys, one thing I wanted to share about that scene with Floki and Helga when she was dying in his arms, Stephen the Booth here. Yeah, truly touching for me personally. When in her dying breath, she told him, "Be yourself. The world is too small for you."
Right.
Yeah.
That's huge. Sometimes we have a little audio issues there, but just so you guys know, Steve, the engineer who watches the show with us, he's a part of the show. He commented that when Helga said there, as she was dying, Floki, be yourself, the world is too small for you. That was incredibly touching and maybe a little foreshadowing too.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those, like, as a way of, she's dying, but she's still, like, being kind and encouraging to him as her dying
Well,
breath.
he's just
It's
so
so
he's
sad.
far out, man. He
Yep.
is not a part of this. He's enlightened. I agree.
He is enlightened. There's the Floki sound.
Well, there you go.
That's
Norma
Floki
in the
one.
chat says, I thought he was just becoming more enlightened to spirituality to be a better seer. Yeah, if he exposes himself to a lot more of the world and beliefs,
Very
he would be a
true.
better seer to understand more of the universe.
I agree.
You guys, this is why I love you guys. This is why I love fans of this
Yeah.
show and that you guys call in now. That's amazing. And are on the live chat because I'm too dumb. I did not go to Seer.
Yeah.
But of course Floki would be the perfect next Seer. Hello, who the hell am I?
Well, where's the old seer going is what I want to know, but we don't need to answer
Well, we'll
that
get there.
right
That's
now.
next season.
Well, they don't live forever.
They don't.
Well,
We don't know, actually.
We don't know. So we're going to jump back just a little bit because we jumped ahead to Floki. We're going to back up just a little bit. So we're back in there and Eckbert's playing this game, man. He's in the cage. The 5 idiots. Are there 5? 4. Bjorn, Ivar, Sigurd, Vitzik, Uba. 5. The 5 idiots are like
5.
under the cage and they're like, what are we going to do with Eckbert? I don't know. And for once, without even knowing what happens later on in the show, for once I actually 100% agreed with Ivar.
Oh, right away, just blood
Right
eagle him?
away. Don't take no fucking nothing from Eckbert. You don't stay put. You don't farm them. You can leave a few people behind, that's fine. But you have the biggest army in Vikings history.
Now.
Right now, in this moment, you
Do
got
more.
fire under you. This is like an old basketball saying. My coaches always used to talk about you ride the hot horse. If the guy is scoring and no one can stop him, keep giving him the ball until otherwise. Thank you.
It's a good point.
You
Yeah.
just took over 2 fucking English kingdoms. Why stop?
And you lost like 10 men.
Dude.
Let's do it. You ran down the door with one charge. I mean, do it.
Just
Let's
keep
continue.
killing. Right. Keep
And
going.
so now they're all keeping going. They have to decide what to do with Egbert. Some wants to kill him, some doesn't want to kill him, and there's this whole scene we can just push together.
Well,
I
it's
think and
not
talk
even
about,
like not kill him. They're just like, well, let's get something from him first, and then we'll kill him.
which is important. So now we figure out what he was doing. So what did they
Right.
get from him?
Land.
Which is not applicable. It's not applicable
Why
not?
is it not applicable?
because he is not king.
Well, that's what I was thinking the
Dun,
whole
dun,
time when he's
dun.
like, I'm king and stuff. And I'm like, well, you're not really.
So
but they don't
this-
know that.
So what
but
was
would
his
his
plan then?
document be invalid?
Yes, I think so. It's no point in stamping it if he isn't there. He doesn't have the right to give it over. It's like me signing over your card to James.
But does that?
I still
Please
think
don't
there's
sign over my
power
card. I like my
in
card.
his sign. I still think there's some power in that document, unless he really is one final screwing them over, which is possible too.
So this is what I think happened. This is my opinion. I
Okay.
think he tricked them by getting his own death because he knew he was going to get blood eagled. He gets to die the way once by giving them nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
That's what is the whole
So
plan all
you
along.
think that's where it stopped?
Yeah.
Because I have been wondering this entire time now. What? Okay, so fine, they have a fake document to some lands that
because they can't read it, so.
But they also are already there and are already on these lands.
Just take
and
over.
so they just took over anyway. And if the English want them back, they're going to have an army to come fight them to try to take the lands back. Like, why does this document mean anything?
That's true.
So thank you, Jaco, because I didn't go there. I didn't, because Egbert, they did say in his dying scene, right? They were like, "You're all about you." Like, someone's quote about how Egbert's always like, he's always about himself. Yeah. So maybe at the end of the day, he really was out to protect number one.
Himself.
I just felt the whole time when they're talking to him, I'm like, he's not a king anymore, but he's not going to tell them.
No. He was smart.
Yep.
He was very smart to do that.
Yep.
But that is one of those, like, I mean, he just did a little quick ceremony to pass on the kingdom, but...
And so now his kingdom is passed on to Æthelwulf. It's doesn't exist anymore because the Vikings own it, and he gave over, what was it? It was East Angela, which sounds like Los Angeles, to
East LA.
East LA. He gave over East LA to Bjorn, and now these guys think they have this kingdom which they don't need to fight anybody for.
Where I want to know where it is and how, like, is it a good space? Because I thought that too. I'm like, maybe it's like super hard to get to, and it's really shitty land
really
or something.
rocky.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no actual farming
People-
land there.
they-
It's like he should just given him where they are right now. It's like, since you're here,
Right.
just get this space.
Well, I almost wonder if he didn't give him that space because he's like, you're here now. You took it over anyway. How about I give you this other land to go after? I don't know. Who cares what we think? We want to know what you guys think. So keep blowing us up in those comments, by the way. And look, we got time. We got 9 minutes left for y'all to call in and talk to us on the live show. 424-256-1633.
In the chat, Super Banana says, King Egbert screwed the Vikings again. I was surprised he could choose his own death. King Egbert deserved another kind of death.
Word up, Super Banana.
Yeah, but that's how sneaky he is. He's always been sneaky, and that's how he gets away with stuff. He's lucky that he got to die that way.
Now that we're on another death, James.
Yes.
So is that a nice, quick, easy way to die? Do you just kind of pass out?
Again, not a fan of any of this, right? I'm not endorsing anything by talking about this.
No.
However, from the medical standpoint, you do. It is other than the actual slitting of your wrist,
painful,
which he did do in the direction that one should if they're trying to attempt to do that. You do. You just sort of get dizzy and you like pass out. And then you eventually die from losing all that blood. You pass out because your blood pressure drops, and your body has all these awesome functions inside of it. Will start to shut down vital organs when you don't have enough blood pressure to keep them all going. And the most vital organ in your body is your brain. So it's the first thing your body shuts down. So even before your heart would give out or you bleed to death, your body just shuts your brain down so that it needs less blood. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he did this, and then as he sort of kind of passed out in the water, that's exactly probably how that would, not that I've seen it live, but that's exactly how it would happen.
The chat room also enjoyed our King Egbert full frontal, essentially, which I knew they were going to do the silhouette. As soon as they had the first silhouette, and then it cut to the other angle, which was more lit.
I thought we were going to get some
and I'm all,
Egbert
no,
dick.
they're going to do a silhouette.
You know
not
why
see
they
it.
did that?
Why?
Did you see how ripped and how meaty he was in the silhouette?
Was he?
Like, did you see his calves and his like thighs?
He did.
Old grandpa's not gonna look like that. It's because he's not that old.
He got a big old butt.
Yeah, he had, like, was like really like, and when he was sitting there, even the muscles
I
in
like
his
how
shoulder.
much you were staring and analyzing his body.
You couldn't help it. It was a silhouette. The fucking sun is shining
It
from
was like
behind
the
him.
only thing you could see. Egbert got a big old butt. Oh yeah.
Well, he loved
could
his
get it.
baths, and now he got to die in
He could get it.
Which
I think I
chat
said
room
that
thought
before.
that too.
I want to backtrack 1 second, guys, to share this, James.
Yes, sir.
We spoke about with Hamtu just now about Floki leaving, and one thing he said, I feel like it just needs like 10 seconds. He said that he died apart when his daughter died. What the fuck? He brought that back when Ragnar died. So he truly, obviously, did love Ragnar, his best friend, and now with Helga. I just think it was important to mention.
It is important.
It was very
Little three
sweet.
things, yeah, sweet.
Maybe Floki was actually another death in this episode, but a death in a different way.
Oh, interesting. Norma in the chat said, I was reminded that he, as in, he and Ragnar, when Egbert and the priest were sitting on the bench together, like they were all together, and now they're all together because they're all dead.
They are. Are they in the same heaven though? I was
No,
thinking about
probably
this.
not.
So
Yeah.
I want to know you guys' thoughts in the chat. Are you listening? We got 6 minutes for you to call. I just lost my pen.
Well, we will. You lost your what?
I lost my pen, but call in
it's
because we
fine.
want to know your
guys.
thoughts.
So we'll do this. If you guys want to start getting your predictions ready, we're not there yet, but get your predictions ready. And instead of putting it in the chat, call us in with your predictions. We would love that. All right. So get that ready. Know what you're gonna say. Norma, I saw you down there. You're not a blabbering mess. You need to call in, okay? But now, guys, let's move on. This whole final scene is amazing. Not the final scene, just this whole meal, and the Viking sons are sitting on the stage. Oh, man.
This was super awkward.
Baby brother cat fight. Oh my gosh.
Well, so I love that Bjorn gives it, you know, because Bjorn does have big brother complex. Let's be real.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bjorn could get it, and I think he's turning into a fantastic leader and whatever. We all know the actual history of what Bjorn did, but he gets up and gives a very big brother speech.
Sure.
We are here, and we did this, and this is amazing, and we revenge our father's death, and now I'm out. I'm going back to Spain. I thought that was great.
Mediterranean.
Well, he's gonna lay on the beach.
He's gonna go catch some sun.
Ivar's like,
Which-
you want to go where it's warm and sunny? I'd be like, yeah.
Which, by the way,
And?
I must say, the Grape Escape is going to Portugal tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
So just, catch us there at Grape Escape TV if you want to have a nice whining time in Portugal.
In Portugal. So Bjorn gives a speech. Then Ivar gives us. Everyone had to give speeches, right? It's like a wedding. Bjorn gives a speech, and then Ivar's like, "Why settle? Like we done did the damn thing.
We don't want to farm.
Let's keep going. Who fucking farms, right?
Like, what the fuck? It's kill.
One more time.
One is Ragnar's legacy farm. The other one is we're here. We might as well just take over the whole place.
Right.
Which one would you take, James?
In this case, I'm with Ivar. Like, and I know I talked about this before. Like, I think it's kind of weird that they're about fame, but they are about fame. That's the Vikings, and he was like, "This is about fame. This is about legacy. This is about like fucking and fighting and whatever. Like, let's go. Let's be Vikings." 100% with you, Ivar. Wah wah.
I'm with him too, I think.
Are you?
Well, I think there's
Are you?
enough of them that if
Like-
whoever wants to go do it can, and those who want to stay can. Though it was interesting that like they have that entire courtyard filled, but I feel they had way more people than that. So are they all
they
hanging
had thousands.
out outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So, you could have done that. Like, raise of hands. Who wants to stay? All right, you go on that side of the room. The rest of you, we're going to go raid.
Everyone
Good.
else. But that I think would, and this is why the ultimate downfall probably is this division is key, right? Divide and conquer. They won because they showed force, because they had the biggest army in Vikings history, and the English shat their pants.
And even the Finehair brothers are separating too.
Whoa! And he
Did you see
totally,
the look? He's like,
yeah, he
"You're
like
leaving
he's like,
me?"
"You're going to the Mediterranean." Excuse me.
He's like, you can't leave me.
Another look with the king. What is it? Halfdan, the Herald, Vanir. When he
Vanir,
was
yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Was when Sigurd started talking about Aslaug's nipples and that Ivar was the favorite son. The finale.
Right.
He fucking killed him.
And what?
I didn't
Well,
think
this
he
was
got
your
specific.
prediction, though.
And why did we? It was your prediction.
was your prediction.
Oh, I said Ivar would kill him. Oh, I don't know.
Very good,
Yeah.
Steve. Thank you.
All right.
Wait, and where did we get off on Sigurd was giving his ass up to other men?
Where
was
did that
Ivar,
come
Was
from?
Ivar just saying that, or did we miss something this season?
I think he was just saying that, and
Was
I
he?
didn't know he
Okay.
was talking about intimate details of their mother. Just he
Listen.
just said you're the favorite.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's talked about nipples in the previous episodes. It just came to mind. I'm sorry. Listen, guys.
Apparently we
so
know
far, you
what's on
guys.
your mind.
This is yes, it's definitely on my mind. I love Aslaug. She was hot, but I didn't like her as a person. Listen. So, guys, go ahead, start calling in. You guys are lagging like 3 minutes behind us. So when you get this now, start calling in. We're going to talk about the last, final scene. We want to hear your predictions.
3 minutes.
Cool.
There, give us a call when you get a chance. So this was unbelievable. And you're
That
like,
was-
wait a minute,
Oh,
Sigurd's
jaw
going
drop moment. I'm like, what?
huge.
And I'm like, well, now everybody knows you're crazy, Ivar. Like, he goes, you're crazy, man. Kills him. Anyone in the audience would either be like, yeah, that's awesome, like, ah, or they're gonna be like, oh, well, maybe he's crazy. He might kill me.
Maybe I shouldn't go with him.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go with
the
him
look
now.
on Ivar's face. So Sigurd drops down dead. Boom, right? He's initially shocked, and then I think maybe
He's like, ha, ha, ha.
mad that he did it, like sad that he did it, and then he's like, I don't give a fuck, and then he gets angry, and then he goes back to being Ivar. Thank you. All in like 5 seconds. I thought that was brilliant. It really
Yep.
showed who Ivar was. He like went through these myriad of emotions, and then he was like, fuck you, dude. I'm Ivar.
Yep.
Yep.
was-
So fuck you, I'm Ivar. Let's get to this final scene.
It was kind of baller. Speaking of fucking,
Yes.
this is how we started the show. Vikings fans, holy Jonathan Rhys Meyers.
Hey.
Hey. Who's who's fucking the widow at the end
Lord
of this
will
scene.
console you. It's okay.
So
And then I
who is
was like,
this?
he's gonna have sex.
Who is this guy?
That's a really...
Somebody said he might be one of the first of the Knights Templar.
I think it's Alfred.
Reincarnate?
No, Alfred. Just grown up.
Oh, you think that's later in time?
Oh, they fast-forwarded.
Oh, that'd be kind of lame though, because then all our other Vikings would be too old that when we come back we won't have them.
Yeah, the last one jumped like 8 years.
That's true.
That's true.
Remember, we
So-
lost Ragnar
I
for 8 years.
did wonder that. I kind of was like, hey, wait,
Just
is
saying.
this jumped in
Was
time?
it the telltale sword at the end there?
Yeah. What, somebody...
Did we
kn-
see that sword before?
Yeah, if you guys know what that meant on the sword, even in the final comments when the show is actually uploaded, you know,
Break it down.
throw it in the comments.
Break it down. I mean, they jump, right? They're like, Dorset, here's a guy who's a bishop, and then he's whatever. Like, clearly he's an important person for the next season.
Yes, last caller
Yay.
coming in.
You're up. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? It's Danielle McQueen.
Oh,
Danielle.
hey, Danielle, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing well. I'm such a big fan of you guys, the show, James, SBMP, love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Danielle's awesome. She comments on everything. She gives me such great feedback. I love it, Danielle. I love you. Thank you so much. So, what did you think of
Oh, I love you too.
this end of this episode? Like, what are your predictions? What do you think's gonna happen?
Oh man, I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to it because I just saw a video that Michael Hirst did, and he had said that looking into the history, he had seen like the predecessors of the Knights Templar, and that's where Jonathan Rhys Meyers comes in. So sounds pretty cool. Something
Yeah.
different.
Sounds
another
very,
angle to the
very
show.
cool. Yeah.
And absolutely an amazing angle to that show. Which, right, there's so many places that they could take this, and I think so many of us, Danielle, thought that the show was going to die when Ragnar died. I think I was guilty
Right.
of that. And
Yeah.
I'm maybe more into it now than I ever have been.
Yes, definitely. Me too.
But Danielle,
Me too.
you
I didn't think it would be the same, but
You-
it's actually getting a lot better.
But
Yeah.
you still miss Ragnar's face, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Totally. Danielle, thank you so much for calling
Thank
in.
you.
It's so lovely to hear your voice. It's awesome to
Oh, thank
officially
you.
meet
Nice
you.
to talk to you too. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks,
Bye-bye.
you too. So, predictions, you guys, we have 55. Danielle, thank you so much. That's so awesome to talk to you. And everyone in the live chat and
Yes,
in the
thank you.
comments afterwards, we love you guys. So, really, really quick.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
There you are, Steve Eckbert.
Okay, Fearless Astrid Hofsen. The only thing I have to say is the Viking Age will end soon in the show since the Vikings were only a major power from the 10th century. What the fuck? Roy, why am I reading this? Shut the...
All right. Hey,
Okay, I think the
Jaco does
dude at
not-
the end, I like the idea of Knights Templar. Let's bring that in.
That's amazing.
I don't think it's a jump in time. It could be a jump in time, but I don't think he's a character we already know. It is possible, but I don't think so. Because then we can't be done with Lagerthaand.
No.
So I think we'll come back to that. And if Ivar stays in England, then maybe he's not going back to kill her.
Cool. My prediction would be we're going to see a lot more of the Mediterranean.
Yep.
It's going to be good. James?
My prediction is that Alfred will be king and by the end of next episode.
Yeah, boy.
Season.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you so much,
Thank
fans.
you.
Wide camera. Steve, go to wide camera. Thank you. We do this because of you guys, because we love the show so much. Thank you. Unbelievable. We'll be back
Skål.
next season. Skål.
Skål. We love you guys.
Grab your
Bye-bye.
drinks. See you next time, guys.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you next season.
Score.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.